very good morning, doctor. I am Nitya Sibasinam, S5.736. The purpose of me doing this video is to complete my second commercial law assignment, which required us to do a video along with a written report based on two questions that we have chosen. The first question is, Amit, a 66-year-old man who is a multimillionaire, also an entertainer, he wants to transfer all his luxurious lifestyle to someone after he has been diagnosed of stage 4 cholesterol cancer. On May 2019, he executed a deed of gift to his spiritual advisor, Mr. Mohan. The reason why he did this was because of his desire to secure benefit in the next world for him. After this execution took place, his family advised him to cancel the deed. So we are now supposed to advise Amit. The issue in this question is whether Amit is liable to cancel the deed of gift to Mr. Mohan. According to the law, Section 14 of the Contract Act 1950 states that consent is said to be free where it isn't caused by coercion, undue influence, misrepresentation, mistake, and also fraud. Okay. Section 16, subsection 1 of the Contract Act says that a contract is said to be induced by undue influence where relations subsisting between the parties are such that one of them is in the position to dominate the will of the others and uses that position to obtain an unfair advantage over the other. Section 16, subsection 2 of the Contract Act section particularized the party is in the position to dominate the will of another when the person holds real or apparent authority over the other. The person who stands in a fiduciary relationship to the other, or when a person enters into a contract with a person whose mental capacity is affected by his age, illness, mental distress or bodily distress. Section 20 of the Contract Act, an agreement caused by undue influence is a contract voidable at the option of the party whose consent may be set aside absolutely, or if the party was entitled to avoid it, it has received any benefit thereunder upon such term and conditions as the court may seem just. According to the case, we found a reference case to Amit's case, which is Alakat against Skinner. This case took place in 1887, where Miss Alakat was introduced by Rev. Miss Nihil to Miss Skinner, a lady superior of a religious order named Protestant Sister of the Poor. She had to observe vows of poverty and obedience. 3 days after becoming a member, Miss Alakat made a will bequeathing all the property to Miss Skinner and passed on railway stock that she came into possession in 1872 and 1874. Okay. She then claimed back the money after she left sisterhood. The court held that she was unduly influenced but barred by lectures from getting restitution, and in any case she would only have been able to recover as much of the gift as remained in the defendant's hand after some of it had been spent accordance with her wishes. Okay. Now coming back to Amit's case, according to section 14, section 16, subsection 2 and Alakat against Skinner's case, Amit, who is suffering from colorectal cancer, has decided to transfer all his property to Mr. Mohan, his spiritual advisor. This decision was taken because Amit wants to get a secure benefit to his soul in the next world. This decision was influenced by his spiritual advisor, Mr. Mohan. So, this falls under undue influence because Amit was dominated by his spiritual advisor, Mr. Mohan. And therefore, Amit is able to back off the agreement. So the conclusion in this case is Amin is able to cancel the deed because it was caused by undue influence. And also the contract which caused by undue influence is voidable in the option of the party whose consent was not be made freely. The second question is Ali, okay, the youngest among three siblings, has been offered to study in UMT, University Malaysia Terengganu. His two older sisters, Amina and Alia, promised to give him allowance of 500 ringgit monthly on the condition that their mother transfers some of their land to both of them. Okay. After their mother agreed and transferred the land to both of them, Amina and Alia failed to fulfill their promise towards Ali. Okay. So in this case, we are supposed to advise Amina and Alia. The issue in this case is whether Amina and Alia are liable on the promise to Ali. According to the law, Section 26 of Contract Act, an agreement made without consideration is void unless belongs to exceptions. Section 2D of the Contract Act, when at the desire of the promisor, the promisee or any other person has done or abstained from doing, or does or abstains from doing, or promised to do or to abstain from doing something, such act of abstentions of promise is called a consideration for the promise. According to the case, we found an exact similar case to Amina and Alia's case, which is Venkata Chinnaya against Vedikataramaya. Okay. In this case, a sister agreed to pay an annuity of 653 rupees to her brothers who provide no consideration for the promise. On the same day, their mother had given the sister some land, stipulating that she must pay the annuity to her brothers. The sister failed to fulfill her promise and the brothers sued her for the annuity. The court held that she was liable on the promise and there was a valid consideration for the promise from her mother, even though not from the promisor. Coming back to Ali's case, according to Section 26, Section 2D, and case Venkata Chinnaya against Vedikataramaya, Amina and Alia promised to give Ali an allowance of 500 ringgit monthly in a condition that their mother transfers some land to them. Even though after the transfer took place, both sisters failed to pay their brother. Okay, and Ali is liable to sue Amina and Alia because consideration need not move from promisee. The conclusion that can be made in this case is Amina and Alia are liable on the promise as there was a valid consideration for the promise from their mother even though not from Ali. This is because consideration need not move from promisee. That's all from me. Thank you, Doctor.